Good morning. Rise and shine. I'm up getting ready for my freaking appointment. I'm sick of having to go places every day. My appointment's at 11, so I'm about to go do something and then we'll be on our way to this appointment. I'm really hoping it goes good. Otherwise, I think, let me see. So I was thinking, I watched this other girl that she does videos like the same about her teeth and everything. I think she has regular dentures, no implants, but she was doing wax try-ins with a really good company, Ivoclar, and they would do the wax try-in and then let her go to the bathroom, spend some time by herself, like however long you want, to take your pictures, talk, do whatever, and then come back when you're ready, tell them what you think, they'll make changes, whatever. So I was kind of hoping my dentist today will do that if I ask him. So I'll let you know. I'm gonna need more than one. Sitting here waiting for Jim. I'm gonna ask if I can tape myself. I got my iPad there, so when he puts them in, I can like look over here, maybe like another mirror, another angle. So I'm hoping that might help me if he doesn't mind if I record this. So that would be nice if I can, and I can put it on my YouTube or clips of it, but why am I so nervous? See, last time I took a picture like this. I should take one of these teeth the same angle, then do the new teeth the same angle. So let's do it.
Should I sit down?
Hi, how are you?
Like about a month ago,
Just
I
alright?
started when I was brushing it.
Hi guys, welcome back. It's Alicia. I had my 4th wax try-in today, so I'm going to let you guys know how that went since I just left my appointment and it's clear in my head. I just drove around a few different parking spots trying to find as good of lighting as I could possibly find, so hopefully this will be good. So at the last wax try-in that I went to like last week, that was the first time I really saw my teeth and got to take some pictures. So it definitely it gave me more hope than previously, because before I just couldn't shut my mouth. So I felt better that I had some pictures to work with and see what things were looking like. I didn't like the lower teeth. I told him that last time. So I figured this time if they look the same, I gotta definitely tell him. So and then I had asked you guys what you think, if I should keep my canines pointed or straight. So I figured I'd tell him if I didn't want them pointed. But almost everybody said they like the pointed side. So thank you for voting and thank you for helping me decide. I'm going to go with the popular vote and I will keep them pointed. I even had thought I'll just leave one not pointed and one pointed, but I'm not doing that. We're gonna try to have everything symmetrical as possible. So anyways, I go into my appointment and Jim came in and I asked how he was and he said, okay, that kind of a day. Like he wasn't having the best day. And I can relate to that. And then he told me why he hadn't been in the office for several months before my appointment, or before I started coming in. So he actually did not make the first set of my teeth. He was out of the office and someone else did. And he had gone through a lot of personal things over that time while he was out. So he told me, why he was out and everything. I'm not going to repeat it because that was just personal, private, and, private conversation. But it does help put some things in perspective for me. You know, just it helps so you can relate to people. And so then he was gonna put the teeth in, and I asked him, do you mind if can I video this, like video them putting them in my mouth? He said no. And then he said no, that's asking a lot for us to be on a video, you can't do that. And I said, well, not you, like just, you know, showing me with the teeth going in. And he was just like why? But no. So I didn't. And then so he puts them in, and then I just started videoing anyway myself, just so I have myself turning my head at a few different angles and looking to see if I like them. And while I was doing that, he was talking. So when I saved the video, and like just in that second, you can hear his voice. So he was like, I don't want to be on a video, which I understand and respect that. I would never put someone on a video that I didn't ask permission for. Like I wouldn't video a doctor without their permission, like, or, you know, I just wouldn't do that. That's probably illegal or something. I don't know, but I wouldn't. But so he's not really big on videoing, and that's fine. So I could not video anything really about the appointment, unfortunately. And then let's see. So I'm looking, and the first time when he puts them in, he's like, shut your lips, which I tried to do when they still didn't touch. And then he says, smile, look up at me. And then I do, and he says, beautiful. And then they give me a mirror, which they did remember this time, even though I brought my own again. But they handed me the mirror, so I'm looking, and I'm still in that laying down position like this. So I sat up, or I took another picture laying down, and I took one before with these teeth in so I can compare it, and I'll show you guys. So then I sat up, and like I was gonna take pictures at different angles, but he was standing like right there, and he was getting impatient, and I felt like he was getting just annoyed that I was taking the pictures to begin with. So then I was like trying to look at the little differences between this set and those, like, because that's all I can compare it to week, and see what I like about these and what I like about those versus what I don't and what I don't, and then I can tell him if that makes sense. So he lined up the two top teeth and put them together so I could compare those two, took a picture of that. You can tell that they are definitely whiter, and then the lowers we matched up and took a picture. With the lowers, the whole shapes of the teeth are different, and I didn't ask for that to be like that. So I told him I know 100% that I want them straight across like these. I don't like any bubbly shapes. I don't like the rounded top. So I know for a fact, which is a good thing, it feels good, that I know 100% I want my lower teeth straight like this. These aren't even that bad. They just need to sit down a tiny bit, and the gum color needs to not look so dark and go up so high in the tooth. But I really, like, I'm explaining these things to you in detail. I don't have as much time in this appointment to tell him in detail. Like, I literally only get like about 10 minutes tops in these appointments. They go too fast. There's not enough time. There's not even enough time for them to explain to me how the hell it works and what I should be expecting, what can change, what can't. The only way I am going to ever know is by asking those questions. So anyways, so we do those pictures, and then I wanted to set them down on my lap and compare the bite, or not the bite, just the, you know, overall aesthetics of each set. And then he was like, kind of like, I'm like, do people never do this? And he really literally said, no, they don't. I'm like, wow. So I was like, well, I mean, I find that very hard to believe, but $16,000 is not, that's a big deal to me. Like, that's not nothing. Like, that's not a drop in the bucket for me. And he said, well, no, of course it wouldn't be for anyone. And I said, I know, but so I have to make sure that, you know, I don't want to be depressed about my teeth. I don't want to be unhappy again. So, like, I have to be able to decide on things and tell you and talk to you about it. So then as we were looking at the two top teeth together, he says, well, and I asked him, because I was looking at the pictures last time and I didn't really see a whole lot different about the setup. So I asked him, did you really change very much about the upper teeth, or are they like the same kind of mold as these ones? He said, no, we didn't change that much. The canines are pointed. Both of them are pointed. And then he said, I tapered them in more though. So it's more narrow. It's not so big and wide. So I was like thinking, what? I never asked for that. I like my smile. I like how wide it is, because before I had a narrow smile and you could only see the front 6 teeth when I smiled. And now I feel like you can see more teeth and it just fills my face out like a nice big smile. And I 100% don't want to change that. So when he told me he tapered him in like that, I was thinking to myself, like, what the heck is going on? Like, why are there changes that have been made that I didn't ask for? I don't understand this process. I really don't. So there must have been a reason. Maybe it's because I did ask for the upper teeth to be slightly longer so that you'd see them more when I talk. it's hard to tell. Even in the pictures, they don't really look longer. If anything, they look wider, and I'm wondering if they are slightly wider and that's why he made it more narrow. But for any reason, or for, you know, for whatever that reason is, not thrilled about it. Like, I want to keep the same smile width as what I have right now. So then I told him straight up, for sure, I don't want the bottom teeth to have those, you know, I want them straight across. So then he was like, well, then you're just gonna have to come back. And I said, well, that's fine. You know, I don't mind being patient. I'm not in a rush. Like, I just, you know, I'm really not being impatient. If anything, I think they are being impatient with me. And I really don't know why they are impatient with this process, because they're not the one waiting for their teeth like I am, and I can't even make them. So I have to be patient with the process while they do it, and I have to trust them and just let it happen. I don't have much power over it. You know, I can't control the changes that he's willing to make. Some things maybe he can't change, some things he just doesn't agree with. And then the lowers, I noticed one of the teeth looked slightly crooked, and I mentioned it, and he said, well, I'm trying to make them look realistic. So, I mean, I kind of understand that, but I also don't want any crooked teeth, so that would be a no. And, well, basically, I didn't notice some things until I left the appointment, so I think that was all I really noticed in there, and he wasn't really in the mood for my questions or my picture taking or anything. He was like, you know, took the teeth and that was it, and then they're gone. Like, he's got them, I can't look at them and compare them. I really wanted to say, like, you know, would it be possible for me to take these to the ladies' room and like go look at them and just take some time with it? Or, you know, you can go do something. You don't have to just sit here and wait for me impatiently. Like, you can leave me alone for a while if you have something else to do. But the mood wasn't right. I didn't feel like I could suggest that today. Like, I felt like that would be a bad idea. I don't know why. Like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. So I left, and they said it would be like 8 days from now until I'll come back, because there's a holiday. Usually it's like every week, so it'll be a little more than a week before I go back. So I left feeling frustrated. Honestly, I was kind of frustrated, and I went out in my car and I was Snapchatting. That's kind of just my way of talking to myself out loud, and you guys and my friends or whatever, but I'm talking out loud, trying to remind myself of everything that I don't want to forget, because it's easy for me to forget when we're cramming all this stuff into like a 10-minute slot. It's not enough time, and there's, you know, it's a custom made thing that I'm ordering and I'm paying for, and so I would expect there to be subtle changes that might need to be made, and that would be expected. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. You know, it's I don't know, like, what am I even saying? I was frustrated, and I just have a lot going on. I have 4 kids. My husband works his ass off. He's gone a lot. Sometimes he has to work all week and then all weekend, and then the next week all week through with no breaks. So we haven't even had time to do our video or anything. We're still going to do it. I keep saying that. We are going to do it. He hasn't had a day off in over 2 weeks, and he's just a busy man. He takes good care of us, but he's a busy man. And it's hard for me to remember all the details of all of my things that are going on when I got my kids and all their sports and their doctors and appointments and running around school shopping and stuff. So we've been extremely busy, and I've just been very flustered. But I felt like I was prepared for this appointment. I had pictures pulled up that I wanted to show him. I only showed him one because I was trying to explain the gum color again. Like, I feel like this is a fight. They don't listen. I feel like they're not hearing me. So I showed him another picture of my gum color, a picture I just took yesterday, and he was just like, no, you're telling me that people actually come up to you and say that your gums are too dark? I don't believe that. And I was like, well, people that know I've had this done, and when I show them my smile, yes, people have told me that your gums look too dark. Why are they so dark? And on my YouTube videos, you know, people have noticed it. So yes, people do say that. I'm not making it up. And it's not even about what other people say. It's that I'm telling you it's too dark in my mouth. I don't know if it's due to the shape of the teeth or the shadows in my mouth or the O-rings behind the teeth or the way they were made. You know, I don't know. I had asked for my top teeth to be longer so that you'd see them more when I talk and not see my lower teeth as much. And I don't feel like it's hard to say, because in those pictures, those teeth look bigger, but I think they're just sitting lower. And I'm not sure if I should have made them any bigger at this point. Now I'm thinking I should just keep them this size. And I feel like if I keep flip-flopping, it's gonna make them mad. So it's hard to say. Like, I ask for a change and then I see it, what happens if I don't like it? I thought the wax try-ins were so you can change things, so you can see them before it's made. Like, there's no rush. It shouldn't feel like you're pressured to accept them. I'm not doing that. I'm, you know, I don't know. Like, as much as I don't want to come off as a picky, perfectionistic bitch, even more so, I don't want to regret this. And I do not want to be blaming myself for not speaking up. So, you know, you win some and you lose some. It's like a fair trade. I don't mind. I can be a bitch if I have to be, like, as long as in the end things are going to be good. And ultimately, I'm already happy. I'm a happy person. These teeth, if they hadn't broken on the lowers, you know, I'm already happy enough with them. They're not perfect, but if you didn't know me and you didn't know that I had everything done, you might not even know. Like, you wouldn't really notice, I don't think. And I could be happy with them. I already am happy with them. Like, I mean, the new ones won't even be perfect, you know. I don't like feeling like he's getting mad at me for not liking them yet. Because it's not like I'm saying his work is shit and that I hate this. Because I'm assuming in the end I'm going to love them. And I'm going to be so grateful for his time and effort that he's put into this. And I really am. Like, that's how I want to come off. And that's how I wish they would perceive me. But I can't help if they don't. Like, I mean, everyone's different. Some dentists really do get offended if you don't like what they've done. And like I said, it's not like this. It is a custom thing. They're making them customly. But it's not like knitting a blanket. Like, where it's not the same. Like, you can't just make these and then I live with them unhappily. Like, I can't change them myself once they're done, and I don't think I'm gonna have another chance. I feel like if they make these and then I don't like them, I feel like I'd be stuck with them. I don't think they're gonna do this again. The only way we're doing it again is in the wax try-ins. So even if it would cost money to, like, do another wax try-in with different shapes of teeth, I would probably do it as long as I actually get to pick out the teeth. Because I don't like that the lower teeth shape has now looks like it changed without me asking for that. So, you know, I'm confused about that. And then I did also ask about the gum color again. I was told again that they only have one mixture. There's no way for him to show me, and there's no way for me to predict what it's going to look like based on the wax try-ins, and there's no way for me to know if it's going to be better than this. And that's it. Basically, he told me that we only use one shade and that's it. So there's nothing, you know, they're just going to make them. So now I'm thinking, like, it definitely will come down to the shape of the teeth and the placement of the gum color. So hopefully I mean, even though these are more squared, you can still see that gum color. You can see it as I'm talking. Because when I was taking pictures, he was like, well, you're not going to walk around holding your lip down like that. Of course not. But I already see it in these, so I know I would see it in another pair, especially if they're even more narrow and the gum's gonna come way up in the teeth. But enough of that. So anyways, I think that's the gist of that appointment, and I left feeling like I think he's gonna change the lowers this time. At least I know that. I don't think that he really heard me say anything about the tops, and so I don't think he's gonna change much of the tops. So when I came out to my car and did a little Snapchat update, like talking to myself and just talking to you guys, it helps me not forget what just happened. I've got so much going on all the time that it's very hard for me to, like, have a good memory and remember everything. That's why I like to do these videos right after the appointment, so I remember and I can tell everybody exactly how it went. But so I came out in my car and I was looking at the pictures myself, taking some time just to look at everything. Then I decided the only way that I think I can effectively tell them, like, it's like 4 things that I would like to change about the wax try-in. But the only way I'm going to really get that across clearly is if I email them and send pictures. I did that in the beginning, and that helped. And then they decided they would remake them for me. So I think, well, that's what I decided. I decided I was going to write an email and list each thing nice as possible and show pictures so that they can really see what I'm talking about, hopefully. And I did it. I wrote the email, and I was thinking, well, I'm not even sure. Like, I'm not sure if I should send it or not. I feel like this video is all over the place. I don't know if I should send it or not, or if I should just wait and go back next time and see. But I feel like if we never get on the same page, we're going to have 100 wax try-in appointments before we get it right. All we really need to do is slow down, make sure that my expectations are realistic, that I know I'm asking for something that's possible to do or not possible to do, Like, I don't know how the whole process works, but you know, just a little extra time would help. So if we don't have that in an appointment, I'm gonna just do the emails, because then I know for sure I've said it and asked for it, and I can, compare later and whatever. I don't really know. But that's what I did. So I wrote an email to them. I've now taken up 20 minutes of your life, so I'm going to let everyone else get back to theirs. Anyone that stuck with me through this whole video, I really appreciate it, and I really do need all the support I can get. You guys help more than you know, just more than you know. Like, I really appreciate it. So anyways, hopefully my next update will be like either meeting my husband or being thrilled about my teeth. Like, maybe we'll get it perfectly right next time. Who knows? I don't know. And there's a good chance that if I stop making changes, that maybe I would just be fine. Maybe he would make them, they'd be fine. But having been through what I went through on E-Day when they put them in my mouth and I couldn't even shut my jaw, and then the way I was treated immediately after surgery the first 2 weeks at this office put a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm sorry, that's the freaking truth. It really wasn't cool. It wasn't a good experience for me. So I don't want that to happen again. And I'm trying to do everything I can to prevent that, and so that we're all on the same page. And that's it, I think. So anyways, anyone who stuck with me this whole time, thank you so much. I hope that this video makes sense and it's not all over the place. I was hoping that I could video more and be like really sharing the experience so people see how it works more with video. But maybe that wasn't meant to be for now. So right now I'm just sharing my experience, and I hope it helps somebody else, and I hope it prepares people for, the possibility of going through similar situations, because this is not the first time I've gone through something like this, and it probably won't be the last. So you just gotta try to handle it the best you can. Pick and choose your battles wisely, and give yourself some grace. And at the end of the day, I'm already happy. So I know I'm gonna be good. But that is all for now. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you for your support. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Love you.